EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of Bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2026 Pittsburgh Steelers.
On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys also fell in their opener a week ago, so we got a couple of teams here desperately trying to avoid that 0-2 start. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Well, they're led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man out of NC State.
And I can't imagine that week 1 was anything except a whirlwind for this young man. A few bright spots in the opener, but as expected, a few rookie mistakes as well. Let's find out if he learned from them, and will show some progress and improvement starting here in week 2.
Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The numbers for Tate in last week's game: 11 carries, 125 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they get the play out.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And a return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Jalen Armour Davis, the one to get the tackle. 2nd and 10. Henning. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
1st and goal.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. first and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Williams. Touchdown, Houston. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Able to avoid him at the 40. And getting this just shy of midfield, spotted at the 49. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hold the set. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tate. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 13. 53 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to this.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
He finds his man, complete. That's Moss. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away.
3-yard pickup.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
7 at the 10-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Okay,
now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Back to throw. Campbell. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Texans are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. So now it's 2 straight drives that end with an interception.
And the first time, the first interception, they ended up getting 6 points out of it and taking the lead. Now they have an opportunity to increase that lead after their second pick on 2 drives.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next. Drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Now hitting. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this out past the 25. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Douglas, the man in motion. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the second quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. What if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone?
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Now it's the backup Gabbert. Rifling one complete into the hands of Marshall. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This now a 3rd and 4. From the gun, Gabbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good for a Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 30.
Up the middle they go. It's Tate. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Steelers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Gabbert. He finds his man complete. That's Moss. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Tate. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Ready? 70 Lions. Let's go.
Throwing. Gabbert. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Play action now. Gabbert. Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
And now out comes Houston. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Henny, quick slam here to Smith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
19.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
2nd down.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Henny. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
Steelers nothing.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Brown now to return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points on? Now Gabbard. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin right here in the Sunshine State. It's the Bucs at home to take on an NFC South foe, the Atlanta Falcons. And here's the Falcons running back. A 58-yard touchdown run. 4 quarters plus overtime, and we could not get a winner. This one ends in a tie. Next up, it's Santa Clara, California. Let's look in on the Niners as they host the Denver Broncos. And this is the Niners running back. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle, the Seahawks taking on the Raiders. And here's the Seahawks running back. He's got the rock, he's got some room, he's got speed. 39 yards for the touchdown. The Seahawks are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the 2nd half. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
To throw again on 2nd down. Henning. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Man, complete. Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Things looking much rosier for them here in Week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Go! Panther 60! Panther 60!
Up the middle they go. Ball. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Gabbert now. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 119 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Gabbert. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Texans' 25-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Tate. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Gabbert now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
2nd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first, as he can get this only down to the 5. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And some room to maneuver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
But with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
43-yard line.
Now a first carry for their fullback. A tackle made by Thomas Booker.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And to find the open man, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Gabbert here again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Gabbert to throw it. Got his man. It's Williams. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They picked up 5 yards last time. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. They'll throw again. Gabbert. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
8-yard line.
Now Gabbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Xavier Legette, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Houston set to take over. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception.